What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Toyota Fanatics, and so the answer is no. This is not the new project vehicle, and the reason why is I like trucks. We already got the OG Sequoia. We already got the other Sequoia. That's the last thing we need is another SUV. Even though I tell you what, just in the few minutes I've been around this thing, I have fallen in love. I just pulled it from the driveway out here. I got to tell you, this thing's ringing all the bells of what I like. Cheesy, old school custom grills, clear corner. Now, are these 15s? These are 15-inch wheels. I mean, 90s style, BFG all-terrain, KO2s. I'm not a huge, safari roof rack kind of person, but it looks good on here. I mean, all clear taillights. You guys, it was 98, early 2000s, and the exhaust, the slash cut dual tips coming out the back. So you guys are probably wondering, whose vehicle is this? Now, you're not going to believe this. My family, my whole family, diehard Toyota people. My wife's family, they're kind of Ford people. It's starting to just pour out here. I think we're going to have to bring it in the driveway in a sec. They're just diehard Ford people. They drive a Ford. They're like, late 60s, early 70s. It is just coming down. But they show up at the house yesterday. They come down to visit from Bass Lake, and they show up in this. This is their new ride, and I just couldn't be more impressed. Let's go ahead and pull this thing in the driveway. So the million-dollar question is, what's the mileage? 182,091, and you can't hear it probably. It's probably not coming through, but this thing has some sort of exhaust. It also is indicating that one of the doors is open. We'll have to figure out what that's about. One thing I can tell you guys right off the bat, this thing is tiny inside. I mean, tiny. I really forgot how big our Sequoias are. Talked about it before. The problem with Tacomas and the problem with Foreigners is that you're driving and your arm's like that, and then the person in the passenger seat has their arm on it, and then yeah, there's not enough room. So let's get this thing in the driveway and we'll discuss things further. Okay, now this 4Runner right here, it's a 2000, and it has quite a backstory, okay? You guys are not even gonna believe this. I drove this 4Runner with Miss Fanatic to Disneyland here from Santa Cruz 22 years ago. 22 years ago, I was 21 years old. I think I even have a picture of us at Disneyland. This is when we first started dating. My parent-in-laws bought this thing brand new with like 9,000 miles on the odometer. They let us drive it to Disneyland. Now at the time, I had a 2000 Toyota Tundra, one of the first ones in town. It was lifted. I had 35 by 14.5 Mickey Thompson Baja belteds on 12-inch wide weld Typhoon wheels. I'm gonna find a pic of that thing, and I knew it was gonna be unpleasant to drive to Disneyland. I would love to drive that thing to Disneyland now. So we asked her parents if we could take their brand new 4Runner, and they let us drive it. And at the time, it was a rocket ship. I remember going over the grapevine. To make a short story long, her brother, a couple years older, about a year or two later, moved away to go to UTI and go start his life. And this vehicle disappeared, never to be spoken of again. And 22 years later, they show up at our house yesterday to visit, and they're driving the 4Runner. They got it back from him. I don't know if it was like sitting in a field for 10 years or if it went to the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know why we never heard about it, because every time I've seen her brother, he's never even driving it. So it's very, very unusual circumstances, but it is back. How strange for them. Can you imagine buying a brand new 4Runner and 22 years later, you get it back from your son after it's had this done to it, okay? I don't necessarily think it matches their style. When they pulled up in this thing, I just lit up, okay? You guys know me, I love this 90s, 2000s style. This thing is awesome, and I think Miss Fanatic's brother did a great job at doing it up. I think he could have maybe done a little bit of a better job on upkeep and maintenance and cleanliness, but that's neither here nor there. The cool thing about Toyota is you can just beat the crap out of them and spill shit, and it doesn't matter because they just keep on going. So anyways, let's take a minute just to talk about this thing. You know what? I told you guys a minute ago that this is not the new project vehicle, but I would love to have this thing. I would tear into it in a second. It needs new carpet. It needs the seats cleaned. I climbed underneath it yesterday. It has one of the boots for the steering rack is kind of seeping. Besides that, it's bone dry underneath. 3.4 5 VZFE. It's really strange because this is factory paint right here. And I can't believe that it faded out like that. I stand behind Toyota's paint except for the Blizzard Pearl, but I stand by the paint 100%. These running boards have got to go. So running boards would go. I'd probably get rid of the rack. I would get rid of this bug shield. 1997 called. They want their bug shield back. I mean, what? I've never understood bug shields or whatever they are. Let's see here. That looks like it's. I don't know what that is, but I thought it was like real tight, but it's not tight. So, it just has factory suspension with a coil spacer. And I'm not even sure how the rear is lifted. Probably just a coil spacer up there. You know, I was wondering what door was open. I think it's this back door right here. I don't know if it's coming through on camera, but we got the ghost skull in the window tint. I mean, you guys, did the 90s just keep coming? 90s, early 2000s. We do got a mat back here, so the carpet is intact and it is dry. You know, we got the privacy cover. That was a good accessory to have back then. This clear coat fading out, which is just so strange. These taillights, I love them. I love the taillights. I love the slash cut tips. Love the mud and stuff right there. I don't think it has a body lift, but then again, that little gap right there is a little bit big. Oh, it does. So it has a coil spacer and a body lift, and it is not a Flowmaster. It is an unknown, you know, and look at that. It hasn't had the catalytic converter stolen yet. That's pretty amazing. Rear end looks dry. Unfortunately, we got stock rear shocks. Yeah. You know what? I don't think those are stock rear shocks. But I'm telling you guys, this was the total package back in the day. It is so good to see this type of setup right here. I am so impressed. Anyways, I just tip my hat to my parent-in-laws for showing up with this thing. They're incredible. I mean, I hope at that age, you know, late 60s, early 70s, I'm rocking something like this on a road trip also. They have like a really nice Ford Escape limited edition. I can't believe I just said nice and Ford in the same sentence. Have a nice, you know, for all intents and reasons, nice Ford they could have driven down in peace, but they chose to drove this. And it has loud exhaust. And they said the tires were kind of loud, which, you know, these aren't loud tires at all. Are these 33s? Yeah, 33 10.5 15. I gotta disagree with the 10.5. I'm a 12.5 or nothing if you're gonna be doing a 33. Let's see here. So we got seat covers in the back seat. I'd like to know what the seats look like. So yeah, so their son got this thing at like, I don't even know what, 30, 40, 50,000 miles. And yeah, and did all this to it, put a screen in it. But the inside is pretty much bone stock. I went to grab the keys from him to pull it outside to take that thumbnail, and this thing just fired up with a fierceness. It has so much life in it. When it, you know, when I shifted it, you know, I can tell just in a few moves usually the health of a vehicle, and this thing has some serious life in it still. Even has mysterious, you know, LED lights, switches, rocker switches that I don't know, fog light. You guys remember when people used to put PIA lights on everything? My best friend back in the day had 3 sets of PIAs on his truck. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. I don't think these things have hood struts. You know, this was a very expensive, nice vehicle at the time, but it's still a Toyota. And at the time, you know, they didn't believe in stuff like, you know, hood struts or, you know, whatever those things are called. This is a prop rod right here. You know, they're like, we're not going to waste any time on that. We got an air raid intake tube to a stock air box. That's very interesting. Super clean engine. I mean, when I say clean, I don't mean like dust and dirt and stuff. I just mean it's intact. I gotta say, this thing looks a lot cleaner than the T100. This is the same engine in the T100, 5VZ FE, but this, I would say, has some updated things on it, like the smog, because that was a 97. And this is a 2000. Quick 4Runner history. This 4Runner model came out, it's a 3rd gen, came out in 1996. And I believe for 99, it got a few updates, including this front lower bumper. And they changed up the gauges, they changed up the HVAC and a couple things. So, you know, back in the day, I always told people you got to get a 99 or newer. But yeah, this has a couple updates on the engine. And it, you know, it has this hood liner right here that the T100 didn't have. Original hood, we got the VIN plate right there. Don't see any stickers about a timing belt being done at all. That is a little concerning. They might want to look into that. But new battery, beautiful engine. You guys, I climbed around this thing 22 years ago when it was brand new. So for me to get a look at it now again is just something else. But beautiful 3.4 liter V6, and I just can't say enough good things about this thing. Anyways, you guys, what a treat. I gotta tell you, it's like, you know, it's like some people, you know, I don't know what to say, you know, like a celebrity sighting, or, you know, there's just something, you know, something that comes across your path in a day that just brings a smile to your face. And I don't know if they showed up with this thing to show me or what the deal is, but I just lit up when this thing pulled in the driveway. As a matter of fact, when I heard it come in the driveway, I'm like, that's not a Ford Escape. that's a Toyota V6. And I ran outside and was like, oh my God, you know, and they thought I was coming over to hug them, but I just pushed them out of the way and said, you know, let me check this thing out. And I'm totally kidding. They're wonderful people. What more could you ask for your parent-in-laws than to have a killer, you know, kind of old school lifted 4Runner in their arsenal of vehicles. They do have a couple other vehicles, like mostly Fords, but unbelievable. Anyways, if we get a chance, we'll definitely go out and take this thing for a drive or go do some stuff later. Like I mentioned in the last video, I am helping out with the evacuations. It is absolutely pouring rain here in Santa Cruz today. We're finally going to get a break next week. And I also got to go down to the beach and do more videos. And I just had so much to do. And I just, you know, it's really hard to stay on top of everything. But anyways, you guys, I just had to share with you this late 90s, early 2000s example of what everybody wanted in their custom 4Runner right here. Lift, wheels, tires, custom clear lighting, and I mean all clear lighting, slash cut exhaust, loud exhaust, the screen, I mean even the skull in the rear window tent. I mean, it's air raid intake tube. Who doesn't want that? So anyway, sorry about the teaser. You guys probably thought, oh my God, this is it. You know, new vehicle on the channel. No, that's to come, and that's probably gonna be a Tundra. So anyways, stay tuned for all of that. But if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Everybody drop a big old thumbs up. Stay tuned for more videos. They are on their way. Have a good day. If you're in the Bay Area, stay dry, and we'll see everybody soon. All right, peace.